going, everyone? Trev the Dev here, back today with some NCAA 14 football. I have a couple of prelude videos to this, but here we are doing a Wake Forest Dynasty with in-state recruits only. Yes, that's right. Only North Carolinian players are on my team. If you went through and watched those couple of videos, they're not really edited or anything, but you can see some of the recruiting classes. But as we scroll down here, see every single player on the team is in fact from the state of North Carolina. This year we should have a solid team. We start off the season ranked number 7 overall. Take a look at our roster. This will be a bit of a season preview type overview video, just a quick little short one before we get into the games. Now I'm going to do something a little different with the games. I did a Madden franchise, Madden 08 franchise that is, and I've done some other sports things, but this one I think I am going to do it by calling play-by-play. I have a little bit of experience doing some high school football, and I think that might make for an interesting series. So anyway, let's get into our season preview episode here. So at quarterback we have DeShawn Merritt, 5'11 scrambler, junior redshirt, 94 overall. He's quite speedy. He's got 87 speed, good other running abilities. His arm is definitely not spectacular, but it is good enough, I think, and we'll have him for a couple of years. I do not think he is big enough to get drafted. At running back we got Jamel Boyd, redshirt junior. More of a shifty back. He's got only 84 speed, but 97 acceleration, 99 brake tackling, very elusive as well, 99 spin and juke moves. Not much of a receiver, but not terrible. We could do worse. Spelling him, we have two guys, Josh Ward and Luke Lucas. Lucas is a JUCO, and he is the fastest running back we have. Definitely going to work him into the offense quite a bit this season. And Ward as well, he doesn't do anything spectacular either. He's got quite a low carry rating as well, but he'll get some time, I'm sure. And then Adam Johnson is being redshirted. A couple of fullbacks on the team, Caleb Bradford, 84 overall senior, just a solid overall dude. Doing a pro style. I like a lot of ace and I form because I like playing with some tight ends. He's got 92 impact blocking. That's really good. And then Anthony Tucker, he was, I believe, a tight end that I converted over to fullback. Wideouts, got a pretty solid top 3 here, starting off with Bobby Larson, an impact player. A little slower, 88 speeds, not going to burn anybody on the outside. More of a possession guy with the 99 catch rating and 93 route running. So I'm sure we're going to target him early and often this season. On the other side, we got Anthony Rich, 6'3 guy. He's got quite a bit more size, 233 as well. Redshirt sophomore, 87 overall. Again, similar-ish to Larson, although his acceleration is a little bit better, and he is more of a yard after catch type guy. As you can see, he's got 71 brake tackle and 75 trucking, which for a receiver is really, really good. Carry rating is also 90. I think he was a running back, or he's an athlete. That sounds right. And then Ron Capps, a true sophomore, our slot receiver, 6'2", got some nice size. Our fastest speed threat on the outside, 93 speed and 98 acceleration. His catching is fair as well, 80 for a true sophomore, not bad. Joe Watson, our 4 receiver, although I think we're going to have some tight ends line up to the outside. And then Steve Butler is being redshirted, and Aaron Jones is our 5th receiver, but I don't think he's going to see the field too much this season. But he's definitely a guy we're going to want to keep around. He's really tall, 6'4", so look for him in the future. Tight ends, we have J.R. Ward, part of our first recruiting class, 87 overall, pretty good speed off line, 81 and 89 acceleration rather, along with 98 awareness. Got a good enough catch rating, could be a little better, but very good jumper, 87 jumping, and he's a pretty good blocker to boot. Backing him up, we have Joe Ross, 6'6", tight end, also pretty good speed, not quite. He's about the same, in fact, as J.R. Ward. It's really just his awareness rating is not that high. He's more of a receiving tight end, and so is Andy Harmon. He was a athlete that we moved out to tight end because I wanted some extra speed out there. And I know he's just a freshman, but I am excited to see what he can do as we go on in this dynasty. O-line, we have Jeremy Miller, redshirt junior, 82 overall. Nothing spectacular, again, on the left side, but certainly passable with a 90 run block rating, 79 pass block, not the greatest. We got Scott Brown redshirting this year, and then Jimmy Dahl is our backup on the left side. Big, tall, 6'7" redshirt sophomore. Left guard, Marcus Lindsay, I think is our best offensive lineman, or maybe second best, but he's a little undersized and only 269, but 90 strength, 95 acceleration, and I believe he is a very good run blocker as well. Yeah, 98 run blocking, so you're going to want to run to the left side early and often in games. A couple of good juniors backing him up in Cody Grimes and Donnell Steele, and then Oliver Lucas being redshirted. Ryan Leslie, our starting center, 89 overall as a redshirt sophomore. Pretty outstanding, if I do say so myself, with a 92 pass block rating. So I like interior pass blocking. That's always very important in football. And then Eugene Lilly, redshirt freshman, is the backup. Over at right guard, Kevin Anderson is our starter, 6'2", 325. Big dude, I think the biggest guy on our O-line. This guy's just a solid blocker all around. If you have 5 guys that are as good as him up front, you're going to be happy. Travis Sherman, a freshman, being redshirted. Right side is definitely our weakest spot, but still 80 overall. I'm not going to complain too much, especially with Eric Davis, 6'3", 325, man on the right side. 82 pass and run blocking. So again, our tackles not quite as strong as our interior line, but certainly good enough to get by, I do believe. Here's the strength of our defense, is our defensive line. We have Kevin Sparks at left end, a senior. I believe he is a first team. I'll check some of the all-conference and all NCAA preseason teams, but I think he's on one of them. Yeah, you can see the All-American symbol up there. One of our impact players on defense. Outstanding moves, as you can see, 89 power, 96 finesse. But Victor Marcus also very, very good. You see both of these guys from New River Station. Marcus a little smaller, a little faster, and be assured he is going to get plenty of time on the line here this season. Got him subbed in on a couple of different packages at either end, and he also is going to slot in to the interior on some passing downs and passing formations, like dime packages. I believe he is my second defensive tackle. Curtis Spurlock, another pretty good end, 75 overall as a true freshman, being redshirted. And over here, Tommy Gilmore, the best player on our team, a part of our first recruiting class here with Wake Forest. 99 overall, 85 speed, coming off the edge alongside 896 acceleration rating, 96 power moves, and 99 finesse moves. He's just he's an animal up front. Yeah. So it's Chris Alford, another pretty good backup lineman. So we've got some rotational pieces on the outside. It's unfortunate he is just a senior. Can't keep one of these guys around for next year, but we make do with what we have. And then Nate Billings, a freshman, being redshirted, 74 overall. Inside we have Bill Snyder, a senior, a little undersized but very strong for his size, 87 strength, 97 overall, 99 power moves, finesse moves, and block shedding, as well as 99 play recognition, 98 pursuit, and 98 hit power. This guy's intangibles are off the scales. That's why he is as good. So a little bit weaker on the physical side, but technician for sure. Rob Pratt is our second interior lineman, running 4.3, 77 speed up the middle, which is outstanding. I think he was a converted defensive end, which is why that rating is so high and his awareness is a little bit low. Also a little undersized, but man, just interior pressure with that amount of speed is pretty fantastic. He's already 89 overall as a sophomore, so if he sticks around for a couple of years, he's going to be unstoppable up the gut. J.R. Thompson, our third D-tackle, a little bigger, 6'1", 299. And Craig Allen, a true junior, also a little bit bigger, 84 overall. And then we have Chris Kendrick and Patrick Bennett, two freshmen being redshirted this season. In a couple of years, they will also be monsters up the middle. That's kind of how I like to build. The back seven of our team, not fantastic. Hunter Campbell, a redshirt sophomore, 76 overall. Does have some pretty good speed ratings, but his tackling is kind of low. Not much of a... He's an okay pass rusher. But our linebackers are where we might struggle. Lee Finley he's also very undersized at 5'10", 199. We'll see if he gets in the rotation in years to come, but for now he is being redshirted. The middle, Eddie Jennings, one of our senior linebackers, 78 overall. Pretty fast, 86 speed and 87 acceleration, but again, his intangibles, as well as the rest of the linebacker group, as you can see there, not outstanding, but we'll make do with what we have. John Mobley is the backup, 5'9", 223, so he's a little thicker, I guess. He is, 5 inches shorter, but only 20 pounds lighter, so he's probably pretty stocky. And then Julius Holman, a true freshman. I have him not being redshirted this season. I'd like to see maybe we can rotate him in at one of the outside linebacker positions, or maybe even on the interior if we want to make a change. But not great yet, but pretty good for a true freshman. Kerry Mitchell, also a freshman, being redshirted, but he's very fast. Same thing with AJ Lane, another true freshman being redshirted. Over on the right side, it's the best of our outside linebackers, Brian Clancy, also quite sizable at 6'5", 255. Good athletic ratings, including a 93 acceleration. Tackling is okay. He's not really much of a pass rusher. He's more of a run stopper. We're going to leave the pass rushing to the boys up front. Mark Harris spells him. A redshirt sophomore, also pretty quick, not quite as strong, however, than David Wallace, a freshman being redshirted. Here at cornerback, we have DeMarcus Williams, a 5-star recruit, I believe, from a year ago. I have to go back and look. He says he's a hard hitter. He's not terrible. I think his zone coverage rating, well, they're both equal. I thought he was a little better in zone, but 89 and 89, not awful. We certainly could do a little better, but for being a sophomore, that's not too bad. Mike Neal, senior, good press corner, 80 overall. Brent Bolden is a true freshman. He's going to be our nickel corner this season. We have Keith Fisher, also a freshman. I picked him to redshirt just because he's he's 1 overall rating lower. Otherwise, no real reason. Chris Cole is our dime back, 6'1". He's got some good height to him. He's also the fastest quarterback in the bunch. And Jacob Young is our dime back, 6'2", 176. Again, would love a little bit better, but I've had some issues recruiting on the back seven in this dynasty. Free safety, DeMarcus Tate, 81 overall. I think he is okay in zone coverage. I thought he was a little bit better. He's got a really good pursuit rating. Honestly, his skill set definitely lends himself to be more of a strong safety, but he's going to play the free. And Scott Martin, the backup there, he's quite a bit faster, and he'll be the starter next season. Jack White, another freshman, being redshirted. For strong safety, we have Brandon Rogers, 6'1", 83 overall. He's got very good awareness and acceleration ratings. See what his tackling moves are. Not fantastic. But he's a pretty good zone cover guy. He's also got a 92 press rating, but I don't think you ever press your safeties really, unless you're in desperation mode. And then Reggie Hudson, our backup, a freshman who will probably see the field on special teams. A couple of my, and Same thing for Martin here. I'm sure they'll be key contributors on special teams, but those two will be the starters next year. But for now, he'll spell Rogers, and then Timothy Johnson, a 6'5" true freshman. Special teams, got pretty good special teams, I would say. Harold Allen, true junior. Kick power is his most important rating, and his is 90, along with 88 kick accuracy, so not bad. Yeah, Manny Johnson, a true freshman who's got 76 speed. Holy cow, I didn't realize he was as fast. We're redshirting him this season. And then over at punter, we have Alex Campbell, 84 overall. 86 kick power and 83 kick accuracy. So that's our team, you know. We certainly have a good front four on the D-line. We have a very good offense, but I think we're going to get into a lot of shootouts this season just because our back seven is not fantastic. So we're going to rely on the offense quite a bit here, I think, in order for us to win some games. Take a quick look around the league as well. Take a look at the preseason polls. Oklahoma tops the list at number 1. Miami, I believe, won the national championship last year. Yes, they did, 2017. They are the defending national champions. Florida State, number 4. And Georgia Tech, number 6. So, including us, there are 4 ACC teams in the top 7. And Clemson makes 5 in the top 10. So, it's going to be a very, very difficult. And hey, look at that. Virginia Tech and Virginia both ranked as well. Arkansas State's ranked. Good for them. Take a look at the conference outlook, see what the pundits are saying. They have us finishing second in the Atlantic behind Florida State, which is fair. Florida State, obviously a very good team. Us and Clemson will probably be battling it out later in the season, as we're both very similar teams. See, our offenses are both 99, defenses a little bit to be desired. Over in the Coastal, of course, they have Miami topping that conference, and then Georgia Tech. This is going to be a very, very difficult Coastal this season. Top 4 teams all ranked, including 2 in the top 7. So should be a fun one. Let's see who they've got on the Heisman watch. Again, we are far enough in that every player is now a recruit. Donnie Williams tops the list. This guy's stats are crazy. He had 467 rushing attempts last season, easily the most by any player in the entirety of the NCAA, by more than 100, which is a little bit nuts if you ask me. 2,700 rushing yards, almost 2,800 now that I look at it. Won the Walker last year. We'll see what he does. I'm curious to see. Kevin Thornton, the Wisconsin quarterback. Jason Ward, the Clemson quarterback. Justin Morris, TCU running back. And then Anthony Lear, the Oklahoma State quarterback. Hopefully one of our guys can sneak up there. Take a look at preseason All-Americans as well. See a couple of ACC guys on here already. So we do not have anybody on the first team, all NCAA preseason team. Let's see if we have anybody on the second team. And we do not, but I'm sure we have a couple guys on the all ACC team. So indeed we do. We have Bobby Larson, our number 1 receiver. He's the number 2 guy on the first team ACC. Kevin Sparks, one of our outstanding players at left end. The number 1 left end in the conference according to preseason. They only have 2 defensive ends. I thought they had left ends and right ends, but so that is 2 players on the first team, all ACC preseason team. Our left guard on the second team, our right end on the second team, and that rounds it out. And we can just take a look at championship contenders. Why not? See what they've got us. So we're pretty high up there. We had a couple of pretty good recruiting classes, and we will hope to repeat that. Won't do too many recruiting updates, I don't think, throughout the season, but I'll just go ahead and show our board while we're here. take a look at the top couple guys. We got Alex Stone, 5-star, Mark Turner, 5-star, and Aaron Allen, 5-star. So we're recruiting 3 5-stars and a couple more 4-stars here and there. So hopefully we're able to secure all these guys. I'm going to go ahead and do some recruiting, and then we'll hop into the first game of the season, but that will be a different video. So again, look forward to that. I'm going to do some play-by-play style calling throughout this dynasty. Hopefully it is intriguing. Before we go, let's take a look at the schedule real quick. I guess I didn't show that. Can I see just me? Yes, here we go. So we start off against, they're at home versus ECU. I think I had a different team there originally, but I figured let's play an in-state team. Week 2, we are once again home versus Tulane. We go to West Virginia. I'm gonna do a home and home with them this year. Next year, come back home for our first conference game of the season, week 4 against Syracuse. Have a bye week. Travel to NC State, back home versus Idaho, and then luckily back-to-back home games against Clemson and Virginia before we hit the bye, and then finish out the season with 3 of 4 on the road, including at Duke, home versus Boston College, and then rounded out at Florida State and at Maryland. So we don't face Georgia Tech, nor do we face Miami. So that bodes well for us. So we obviously have some pretty key opponents, that being Clemson, Virginia, and Florida State. So we'll see how we can fare throughout the season here. I wonder if they'll change any of these games. They're all shown as 1 o'clock games, but I don't remember if they can flex them or not in this game. So that'll be that for this, and then next time we'll pick it up with the opening game of the season versus Eastern Carolina. Till then, see you next time.